We're here at a house in Huntington Beach we did about a couple years ago. This space was created before the walls and everything was put up. It was sprayed with polyurethane insulation and vapor barrier. They took and re-drywalled it and created the backing for all of the wine racking. After the installation, they drywalled, put all the servicing in. While they had it apart, we did our mechanical umbilical cord to the outdoor location. We chose a 3rd horsepower for this wine cellar. We could have used a 1/4, but I like to go a little heavy to make sure it's going to have some longevity to it. Also has afternoon sun on this side of the wall, so we wanted a little extra power to pick up that sun hitting that wall there. We have up here inside this concealed space, it's a commercial unit, so it's not real beautiful, but it is the hardest working and the best in the industry that I can buy. So if you notice, it's louvered with 3/8 gaps between each piece of wood, allowing it to breathe properly. And up inside there is there's a pump also that catches the water and pumps it to an outdoor location. This unit here is the quietest unit that we can buy. You have to remember that any type of mechanical system is going to have a little noise. It's moving air. You're going to have the sound of a fan inside your wine cellar. That's just something you're going to have to live with. So you can kind of hear how loud it is. Not too bad. Basically the norm of any wine cellar, this is the sound you're going to have. And also the glass, of course, you know, this is a non-insulated glass here. At 55 degrees, it may sweat. At that point, you have to do is just increase your temperature until you stop sweating, and until that type of phenomenon goes away. It's usually a summer event when it's hot and humid. Here we have the condensing unit. This is the condensing side of a refrigeration system. Just to bring you up to speed on that, you have a condenser and an evaporator coil. Your evaporator coil is the indoor unit, and it gets cold. The outdoor unit is your condenser, and it gets rid of the heat that it's removing from your wine cellar, so it's blowing hot air up above here. It's Freon that's in there. It's a condensable gas that can live in a liquid and a vapor, and they use that to be able to carry the heat away. They send it inside as a liquid, and it evaporates with a fan on it. The vapor Freon picks up the heat that's in the wine cellar, carries it back outside. It goes into the condenser right there that has a fan like a radiator on it, and it removes the heat that was inside the cellar, and it just kind of gulps the heat out of the cellar until it eventually reaches temperature and then turns off. And then it waits 3 degrees and it turns back on again. The reason we do 3 degrees is because when you have 3-degree air, you have 1 degree bottle temp all the time, 24/7. It never changes. Now if you do the pipe with a probe in the bottle, your bottle temperature actually has to change degrees 1 degree before it will turn on. Now this prevents that from ever happening. You keep 1 degree all the time. So it's the best application as far as we know. I always will prefer using this type of a system just because you're going to get the longevity of a commercial system. When you're dealing with breeze air and so forth, you're going to get about 5 years before you're replacing it. There's no way you can repair it. When it does go down, you're at the mercy of breeze air as far as getting a new one or parts and so forth. If you go down with us, we have servicemen in the field every day, and if you have a problem, we're out here within 24, 48 hours, and usually we'll have you back on within 3 days at the very, very most. Usually same day we'll have you back on. We have all the parts on our truck usually, so we can get you back on very, very quickly. Hopefully that kind of brings you up to speed on Refrigeration 101.